Hi, brother teacher here. I just wanted to spend just a moment and talk to you about the martial arts and the law. Sometimes we can be a little naive about our undertakings in the world, and oftentimes martial arts is one of those things that we are naive concerning the law. Every state has a law as it relates to the martial arts being used in a confrontation in the streets. Some a little bit more strict and harsh than others, as the law goes, I should say. Now, just in general, I want you to understand this. Now, of course, most definitely this message is for the novice. And any master of martial arts or professed master or grandmaster, even black belt that doesn't understand this fundamentally, you need to go back and study this. Okay? You need to check your state law, and really you just need to check yourself on common sense. Let's first understand this. We study martial arts primarily for self-defense. And what is self-defense? It's quite evident. The protection of self from a physical standpoint in most instances. So if a person is going to inflict bodily harm to you or take your life, or you sense that, then martial arts plays a definite role. So there's also a sporting aspect of martial arts. Two separate things altogether. But understand this. You are learning techniques that could potentially cripple, maim, or even kill another human being. If you have a reputable instructor, that is. Because there's a lot of counterfeits out here as well. And I want you to know, if you get into a confrontation with someone that could have been avoided by yourself, and there are witnesses around, and you seem to be the aggressor or the person who incited the situation, then chances are you're going to be the one going not only to jail but to court and probably having a hefty fine for hurting someone else. So make sure that you keep these basic things in mind. Number one, stay away from places where you know trouble is going to be lurking. Number two, learn to have self-control and watch your mouth. You don't always have to show your manlyhood when a person challenges you verbally or calls you out of your name or bumps you in the supermarket or looks at you a certain way. It's not necessary. And as the book says, don't sweat the small stuff. And at the end of the day, it's all small stuff. So that's how we find out what kind of character we have, is in how we can walk away from a situation that we can avoid. If peradventure or by chance you are in a situation where you have no alternative but to protect yourself physically, only do what is enough and nothing more. Do enough to stop the aggression or the violence and get out of there. Go home. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to showcase to an audience standing around. That's real martial arts. And that's real wisdom as well. So understand that when you watch my videos and I show you or I demonstrate to you certain techniques, that it's never for sport. Now, I have some students that enjoy going to sporting martial arts events or open karate tournaments. We do that. But I always make the difference or differentiate between sport and reality to my students. And they know the difference because I preach this every single day. Never put your hands on another human being because you're angry. Never put your hands on another human being because you don't like what they said. This says a lot about you. It really does. Now, when you watch my videos and I demonstrate techniques on this dummy or on one of my students or just solo, understand this. When you're in a situation where a person gets you in a corner, so to speak, figuratively, and you can't get out, then come out fighting and then go home. But don't stand there trying to showcase everything that you've learned in class or trying to demonstrate a new move on this person or what have you, because that's not the real martial arts way. It's just really not. Because one day you might have to be standing in front of that man in that black robe, that judge. Now where will your martial arts be then? Okay, this is just a tidbit for you today on the legality, if you will, of martial arts and what it's really predicated on. You are studying ancient martial arts science from Africa, from Asia, various other places. So learn to embrace it and treat it with respect, train hard, and when you need it, it will be there for you. This is Brother Teacher, and I'll see you in the next video. So long.